Hello feminines, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Bree and today we are doing a reading for the feminine energy. So today is Feminine Friday and I hope that you guys are all having a wonderful day. Hopefully you have a good weekend planned ahead. I definitely do, and I am wishing you guys all good stuff this weekend. So what we're going to do today is we are going to be looking at major themes that are surrounding the feminine right now using the Romance Angels Oracle deck. And these are going to be themes or areas that to focus on right now that are going to help you to, take yourself to that next step. Okay, so yesterday I did a video for the masculine energy and it was titled Regrets from the Masculine. So definitely, the masculine is waking up and is starting to realize things and is starting to understand things, which is great, which is amazing. But also you have to keep in mind and understand that if he didn't see your worth, then likely you weren't seeing your own worth. And there's something covering that. There's something that's preventing you from seeing that. And maybe you're more aware of it now, but now you've got to take it to that next level because it's going to be very easy for the masculine to come back around and to try and, persuade you again and, try to make you feel bad, which typically feminine energy, is very inviting and warm and can feel guilty. But the way to excel, the way to move forward, and the way to change is to keep progressing, okay? Keep progressing. And just because someone has regrets and guilt doesn't mean that they instantly and automatically are, need to be there for you and are the best person to be there. They may not be, I don't feel that the masculine is standing in their strongest position right now, and you want to make sure that you encounter your masculine when he is in his strongest position, and therefore you must be in your strongest position as well, okay? Because like will attract like, you will attract what you are. And if the masculine is feeling bad and guilty, then there's something inside of you that you feel bad and guilty about, and it's time to resolve that. It's time to change that, okay? So let's look at the major themes that are surrounding the feminine right now. What are the most important themes that the feminine needs to understand? Where does she need to look at in her life? Most important messages here. Okay, first of all, let your friends help you. This is huge, you guys. This is so big. And bottom of the deck, we have healing family issues, and I wouldn't be surprised if this card came out again. But let your friends help you. Now, there could be a lot of wounding around friendships, okay? Maybe you were friends with people who you thought had your best interest at heart and, maybe have come to find that they really didn't, that they were self-serving, that they really had their own best interest at heart. Okay, and because you're so giving, you're so caring, and you're so nurturing and warm, and you want the best for everyone, you maybe have extended yourself to people who didn't really want to or didn't really have the capacity to do the same thing for you. Okay, and it's not like those are bad people. It's just that they're hurting and they have their own wounds, and they may have projected that onto you. Okay, so that's one common wounding that I feel is currently going on with the feminine. Also, in relation to healing family issues that we saw here at the bottom of the deck, oftentimes the friends that you've had in your life for a very long time, you attracted them into your life because, again, you're going to attract what you are. Okay, but if you're growing, you're evolving, especially spiritually, you're rising spiritually, you're going to be attracting people on a different vibe, okay? And it's okay to say, what, maybe this person isn't the best for me anymore. Though we have beautiful memories and we've had lots of time together, they may not be the best person for me. They may be going on a different path and I'm on a different path. And it's super important to surround yourself with the people who are empowering for you, okay? If they're keeping you stuck or holding you back, then it's not really the best type of friendship. Good friendships are going to evolve you. They're going to pull you forward. They're going to get you to your goals. They're going to get you to your dreams, okay? So yes, let your friends help you, but it's also important to make sure that your friends are good for you. And that's a part of relationships in general, is learning when a relationship is good for you and when it is not good for you. Now, if you're a masculine watching this, this is something that you need to understand about your feminine. You need to understand that she has given and she has trusted people in the past, and they've really taken advantage of her. So this is something that you need to understand. That is why, or maybe why, she has difficulty trusting you. Okay, so that's just something to keep in mind. And that also may be why she's trying to lean on you more, because she doesn't really have a lot of people to lean on that are supportive. There may be people there, but they may not be the best and may not be supportive. Okay, so please keep that in mind when it comes to your feminine. So let's get some tarot cards for this. Okay, we have the Knight of Coins, Five of Swords, and King of Wands. Okay, so one thing also, and then bottom of the deck we've got the Three of Coins here. Yeah, so a lot of women right now, or a lot of feminine energy right now, which the majority of my viewers based upon my analytics are women, definitely, you know, I feel like they have a lot of goals, they have a lot of dreams, there's so many things they want to accomplish and achieve within their life, but again, don't necessarily have the good support system. But absolutely, you know, I feel like a lot of women right now are wanting to progress and move forward within their life, and you know, a lot of women want to create businesses now and become entrepreneurs, which, by the way, if you are looking for an opportunity to create a resource for yourself, I am offering coaching and mentorship for that, particularly around tarot and creating your own tarot business. And I forgot to mention that in the beginning. I only have one spot remaining, so just sidebar that. But anyhow, you know, when you're looking to go to that next level in life, it's really important to do it with other people. It's important to, you know, help people to come up with you, not just try to, you know, blow past people. Like, how many of you know people who, you know, just go on their own path and don't try to help, don't try to give anyone a helping hand? You know, what happens to those people is they eventually get to this point where they're so far ahead of everyone, and there's no one to share their success. There's no one to celebrate with. Okay, so, you know, a lot of feminines right now are looking for their soul tribe, their soul group, and I feel like that's why the YouTube space has become so amazing, because you're able to connect with people who you really resonate with, people who you've not even met before, but you feel more connected to them than, you know, people who you've been in your life forever. Okay, so it's all about growing together. This year is the number 3 year, which is all about collaboration. Okay, so that is very important. But like I said, for some people, the friendships around you may not be very supportive. They may not be people that have your best interest at heart. They may not be people who really do genuinely care about your success. Okay, so when it comes to the area of friendships, you may be treading very lightly, keeping your circle small, making sure that people do have your best interests at heart, and that you always are protected and connected here. So going into friendships a little bit more practically, a little bit more realistically, because again, you're trying to avoid the conflicts. And I think that's just a natural part of life as well, but it's also important to know when you have to walk away, you know, when friends aren't really helping you to be the best that you can possibly be. Okay, so, you know, for masculines watching this, when it comes to your friends, you know, the thing to remember is that feminines connect emotionally. Masculines, you typically will have a tendency to connect with people, you know, and be able to keep it it can be very light. You know, you could hang out with someone and not really get very deep with them, and that's okay. Feminines really do like to be connected and close with the people around them. Okay. All right. So let's get another theme for the feminine Another important theme for the feminine, okay, pay attention to the red flags. And this definitely does come in, plays a role in this, and you do need to be aware of red flags when it comes to friendships, as far as like, you know, people who are toxic and not toxic, people who are conscious and not conscious, okay? So that is one of the red flags here. But also pay attention to just the red flags in your life in general. And this is where it's super important to have a very, very clear-cut plan for your life, have very clear goals, very clear visions. And if you have not developed this and you don't know what your clear-cut plans are, within my private coaching group, Rising Community, right now you can go in and access these modules, okay? The link for that will be down below, and they will help you to create that. Why is that important? It is very important to have that because inevitably life is going to have ups and downs and challenges, okay? There's no way to avoid that. It doesn't matter who you are, you know, if you're a super big celebrity or you're a janitor, it doesn't matter. Life is going to have ups and downs, challenges and problems. And it's very important that you have a very clear-cut path that you are following. Therefore, when things arise or people arise in your life, it doesn't matter what happens, you're still going to keep going on your path and on your plan. So right now, it's very, very, very important, feminines, that you are very clear about your plan, very clear about what you want, and make sure that you're on track to achieving and hitting your goals, and paying attention to things that could be detracting you from that. And honestly, one of the things that could be detracting you from that could be toxic friendships like we spoke of here, but also could be your relationship with your masculine, okay? Again, very similar to the friendship. If it's not helping you, then it's hurting you. If it's not helping you grow, then it's holding you back. And it's very clear cut and it's very simple, okay? So that's definitely something you have to pay attention to, but also just in general, pay attention to your gut, pay attention to your intuition, pay attention to, you know, what feels right and what doesn't. That is giving you, you know, a very clear-cut tool, or a very clear-cut, it's a little warning sign, okay? It's a little warning sign. Pay attention to that, okay? You may have ignored your intuition in the past and it may have gotten you in trouble. So you want to make sure that you're always paying attention to that little voice inside of your head, or that gut feeling about something. That is super important. Ace of Swords, okay? You may be connecting more with your truth, and you may know so much more about yourself, whereas things that maybe were okay in the past are no longer okay anymore because of how clear and how aware of things that you are. Let's grab, I'm not going to take all of those, but we did have the Wheel of Fortune flip over, which, you know, to me just signifies that, like I've been saying, there's a huge opportunity now to really take and change your life and put it on a different path. So, you know, do it with clarity, okay? Do it from a clear place. Most important messages regarding pay attention to red flags for feminine energies. 7 of Cups and the Ace of Cups. Okay, so yeah, this is definitely around relationships, okay? And we do have, look, bottom of the deck, Wheel of Fortune. So it did show up, did pop up eventually. So yeah, this is definitely around relationships. And it's not just relationships of the romantic sorts, okay? It is all relationships, okay? All relationships, okay? Family, friends, coworkers, bosses, you know, you name it. Be very, be discerning. Don't be afraid to like take time to really suss things out and figure things out, and to make decisions that are good for you, okay? But again, I do feel very strongly that for many, many people, this does have to do with romantic relationships here. And, you know, even if masculines are reaching out, that's great. But again, you have to look at where you're at. So if you're going to attract what you are and you're not where you really, really honestly want to be, and there's a difference between being good and being where you want to be, okay? There's a huge difference. And that's where self-awareness comes in. You have to be super self-aware, and you got to hold yourself to a high standard too, okay? So I feel like that's a big deal here right now, is just making sure that you're making good decisions based upon your truth and based upon, you know, where you're at right now and where you want to go, and just be aware of anything in your surrounding that could be blocking you or deterring you from that. So let's get one more theme here, okay? Decided to fall out onto the floor. And the last theme, and I think most important thing here, is free yourself. Free yourself. Do you hear me, feminine? Free yourself. Yourself. Okay? It is time to take back control of your life. Your life. Okay? Again, let your friends help you and pay attention to the red flags here, but it really is time for you to free yourself. There are little shifts in the astrology or in the energy that I feel where we get a really good opportunity to really take control of things and really, take destiny into our own hands. And I really feel that this is one of those times right now with the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like luck is really on your side. But, one thing that I've learned too is that some people take advantage of the energy and use it, and some people don't. And I think that this is an opportunity to take advantage. And I'm hoping that everyone will. Queen of Cups here, this is really a really, really, really opportune time for you to really, really take care of yourself and to really set yourself up for the life that you want. Okay, the life that you want. Because here's the thing. When you're working towards the life that you want, you will attract everything that you need to you. You don't have to force it. You don't have to make it happen. It'll come towards you. But this is a very conscious decision, and you have to act on it. You have to move forward on it, okay? And it has to be coming from the right place emotionally here. And you may have to take time to really figure out what you want. Me personally, I've spent the whole last year of my life for me, for me. And when you do that, the opportunities that you want, they will be given to you, okay? They will be given to you. They will be brought forward towards you. But again, this is a conscious choice that you have to make to do that, okay? So free yourself. You probably heard this many, many times, but no one is going to free you. No one is going to save you. You have to make the decision to do that. You have to move out of victim mentality and you have to move into queen mentality, okay? Where you're in charge, where you're calling the shots, where you're seeing this is what I'll accept and this is what I won't accept and this is what I want and this is what I don't want. It's a conscious choice, and it requires you to empower yourself. And I hope this reading helps to empower you, okay? Let's get 3 cards here to support this theme for the feminines. 3 important messages for the feminine to know in regards to freeing. Okay, Judgment card. Okay, the first step, Feminine is that you gotta make a choice. You gotta make a decision, and you have to commit. You have to commit to what you want in your life. This has been the biggest paradigm shift for me, is just committing to your path. And I made a video about this a few days ago. Definitely go and check this out. You have to commit to yourself before you're going to get outer commitments in your life. You know, so commit to yourself first, and then you will see, you know, especially when it comes to relationship partners, you will see them start to commit to you. And for many, 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 you know, women I feel that I work with, and, you know, myself included, I'm included in this, you know, when I wasn't committing to myself, or what I see is when people aren't committed to what they want, is that, especially in love, you don't get that outer commitment. And you could be like a wonderful, great, amazing person, but if you're not committed to yourself, and committed to your self-care, and committed to your self-development, and committed to your mastery, then no one's going to commit to you. And that's the unfortunate thing, is that, you know, it's really has to do with the inside. So when people say self-love, self-care, self-acceptance, self-awareness, these aren't just like frou-frou terms. These are like really things that can actually really help you. Okay, that can actually really, really, really help you. All right, let's get a couple more cards here. 2 more to be exact. Nine of Wands. Okay, we'll get one more, but that makes a lot of sense. Is, you know, some of you may already be on the path. You're already on the path. It's just committing to the path. And then the final card there is the Star. A bunch of cards flipped over, but again, I'm not going to go into them here. I am going to do an extended where we're going to go super deep, and I'm actually going to share with you some of the things that I have personally done in my life over the past year that have really helped me to free myself and commit to myself and my path, and just kind of have a deeper, intimate conversation with those of you who, you know, want to go deeper. I am going to do a whole other spread for the feminine around love and life, but it is more right now about determination, perseverance. You just got to keep going. And you know what? When you finally make a decision, when you finally make a commitment, that's when there's a lot of freedom. You know, it may seem the opposite, but there is a lot of freedom within commitment. And there's lots of room for growth, and there's lots of room for expansion. Yeah, are there challenges? Of course, but the challenges, that's what makes you grow. If you just want to have an easy and simple life, you will not achieve a lot in your life. It's those who take the less beaten path who really have success, who really get what they want out of life. And you pair commitment, hard work, dedication, and perseverance with hope. And that is a recipe for success, okay? So feminines, those are the most important messages for you right now. Those are the most important energies for you to work with, or most important things for you to really focus on right now within your life. And like I said, in the extended, I'm going to go deeper into some very specific things and very specific mindsets that I have personally adopted, and share a couple of like tips and resources with you guys. So that'll be in the extended. But for those of you who are really ready to commit, you're really ready to take your life to the next level, you're really ready to commit and create structure and foundation within your life, I invite you, I challenge you to go over to Rising Community and join now and get going on my self-coaching modules. These modules are literally the same things that I would go through with you in private coaching sessions, but at a much cheaper rate, and you can do them on your own time and the comfort, of your own home when you feel like doing them, and get the benefit of working with me one-on-one. These modules are things that I have actually done, things I actually do and implement within my life that have really changed my life and have helped me so much. And once you get on the path, you're on it, and you just keep growing and growing and evolving, but you have to start somewhere. You have to start somewhere. The biggest thing I see is people are constantly just running around, trying to look at this video and that video and this resource and that resource. But when you commit to something, when you finally put your foot down and say, this is what I'm going to do, this is going to be my starting point, and I'm going to do this no matter what, that is when you get growth. That is when you get results. That is when you get success. But you have to stop and you have to commit to something. And it's very easy. There's so much information. There's so many videos and so many readers, right? But until you commit to something, that's how your life is going to go. You're just going to continue to just pop there and pop there and pop there and pop there. And you're going to see that happen within your life as well. There's going to be little things here, little things here, little things here, little commitments here, date here, but it's never going to go forward. It's never going to go past that until you really commit to your own path and you commit to your own success and your own mastery, and you invest in yourself. That is also a huge thing, is investing money into yourself. When you invest in yourself, the universe goes, oh, okay, you invest in yourself? Well, I'm going to send more money your way so you can keep investing in yourself, because the universe wants you to grow. It wants you to evolve. It wants you to be better, but you have to put your money where your mouth is. Literally, put your money where your mouth is. And a lot of people, especially women, are really scared around money and may have a lot of self-limiting beliefs around money, which in the extended, I'm going to share with you a book that has really changed things around for me. And when you can break past those fears, you're going to be able to take the glass ceiling that you've created for yourself. Okay? So again, great place to start, rising community. You guys are going to meet one of my very first members, Nicole, very shortly here on the channel, someone who, has invested in herself, who took that first step, and now she's thriving. She works from home, and she loves it, and she has freedom in her life, and she's on track to, succeeding and hitting her goals in her own personal life. But it took her to stop, commit, and to go on the path, and she's doing wonderful, and I'm so excited to introduce you guys to her here very shortly. But yes, that's what it's all about. You have to just stop the running around, stop fighting yourself, and start helping yourself. Just help yourself, give yourself the tools and the resources that you need to take your life to the next level. And when you do that, when you commit to yourself, you're going to see people, especially your relationship partner, is going to commit to you. Okay? All right, so I hope this video has helped you guys. I hope that it has given you some insight for the weekend. And I really, again, hope you guys have a great weekend. Definitely, take care of yourself, take some time out, go get a massage, go get a facial, go sit at the spa, go to a restaurant, take yourself out, do something for yourself, invest in yourself, invest in your happiness, invest in your wealth. Okay? All right, guys. All the info for everything will be down below, and I will see those of you who are going to take things to the next level in the extended. Bye.